Hello everybody, how's it going? Just cutting in a couple rails on the sides of this work table I'm working on here. So there's just going to be a notch. You can see this notch right here. I'm going to put two notches in there. That will take a 2x4 from table leg to table leg. And I have a whole bunch of pine planks all milled up here, right? Those are going to be the tabletop. So, actually, this project didn't really start out like this. Like a few days ago, I was trying to. I was doing a different project. I wanted to do a different project, but I have no proper place to work for projects, so I decided that I might as well make myself a nice work table, right? Then if I have as projects, more projects, it'll just make easier for me to build stuff. Okay. So I have to take out a little notch right here. So I'll take that out. Just gotta get some earplugs put in. Yeah, today was kind of a bit of an overcast day. It wasn't really didn't really miss much on the day. No, it was kind of a little bit below zero all day long. When I checked my got a couple lines in the water. Bait them up every day. I check on them in the evening and in the morning. Checked on them this morning. Both my lines were empty. Right, the fish are being a lot more pickier this year. Harder to catch them. That's what happens to your Tesla when it gets like 30 below. It starts dying out. That's why you don't want to have a Tesla when it's 30 below. Yeah, this battery's just about dead. Yeah, so I left that outside overnight, that battery, but it only had, I think it only had like maybe 1 bar on it or something, right? So didn't have much juice left to it anyways. Okay, I got to have to knock this out. And I'll chisel this all flat, but what I like to do when I go to knock these things out here is like if I'm going to take out a swath of them, I usually like to try to come in on one side and try to hit along this whole edge here. So I'll use like a block of wood. And I like to come back in from the other side, do the same thing. Then there's a line here. My saw kerf made all these little lines here. So what I do is I just connect the dots with my chisel. Chisel my pajizzle. Whoops, put my glasses on. It's always better to come in from the ends. Yeah, come in from this side, come in from this side. Because if you try to push through like that and you don't cut the ends first, well, sometimes you can catch the edge a little bit, and then it'll blow that edge out on you. So if you want it to look nice, neat, and tidy, you want to start in on the ends. And that's it. You want the end pieces to look like this cut on the end here, because that's the only, like for your jointry, you'll see this line, right? As long as your 2x4 goes to this line, it doesn't matter if the inside's a little bit chewed up, right? Or you go below the line, but you don't want to go below the line on the outside where you have a good visual of the piece, right? Yeah, it's pretty crazy what's happening all over the place. It's like it's like the craziest times we live in nowadays, right? And the stuff that you learned through history has all been a lot of different things, is not as what we perceive it to be. So you have to really think, where are you gonna educate your children? Do you want your children in an educational system that has, have your kids educated in a system that has been all about consumerism, right? That's a way the schools are, right? They're not talking sustainability. In the school systems, they're not talking about reduce, reuse, right? Trying to live more in a family unit and something like that, right? Our school systems, have been, are like, have been public for quite a while, and that's because like people understood for quite a while about like indoctrinating your children, right? We've all been indoctrinated in some sense or another, right? Through propaganda campaigns and different things like that. We've all done it, and when stuff starts happening because we have allowed ourselves to be and the thing is, we didn't even know for so long. Some people still don't know. Some people and it's tough to see. It's tough to see unless you're awakened by different events, different things that are going on around the world. Different uprisings in every other country and different things like that. You wonder, well, what's going on, right? And then it's the government, right? It's different agendas put forth by the people, and it's all in democratic societies. It's all the people that we've supposedly elected in a democratic way, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they were put in, right? Once they get put in, you can't have a vote of no confidence and kick their ass out, right? You just have to wait until the next election, and hopefully the people you vote in are going to do what they say they're going to do, right? Because if they start changing the narratives and then they start, spending frivolously the monies that you've made off your hard back and making laws that do not benefit you or your children and change the way of the future, change the way that your country was initially the way you thought the democratic system worked, right? Now you realize there's that the system doesn't work. You realize the system people are in control of the system that want everything from your country. They want your resources. They want to be able to get a lot more for even a lot less when they already own everything. And then there's still people, once they have everything almost and everybody under the control, that's still not enough. They still want to keep on, you know, like when is enough, right? For like, you know, when you're so rich and you got so much power. Now it's even, for some people it's even like, I don't know, is it like when you're that rich, and is it a game? Is it a game to the, you know, it's just, but power, messing with people's lives is not a game, right? These people that control the narratives, right? But anyways, just rambling on about this weird stuff anyways. Okay. Some ginger tea. So good. It just I like we got ginger and honey. Sometimes put some lemon in it, right? Just get a bunch of ginger and throw it in the water and boil it good, and okay. Now I just got to take these little cuts out. Okay, that one come out a lot nicer, nice and clean. Different technique I use too. I usually don't whack it on the end there. It seems like that worked pretty good. Is there anybody from California on? Just wondering if it was raining down there. Supposed to be getting another atmospheric river down in California. Like what's it called? Shiatsu or I forget. It starts with an S, right? It's a resort lake, right? But they were at super low water levels. Like they were talking like drought levels. And then last week that atmospheric river come through California filled that reservoir up 10 feet. More than enough water for the next couple of years. And now they're getting another atmospheric river, right? But they said they almost got too much water, right? So hopefully they don't see too much flooding and stuff down there, right? I like that your reservoirs are getting filled up down there, but it sucks because like the weather, like you know, why can't we just have normal weather where we you know it rains at night and it's sunny during the daytime? You know, places get rainstorms nowadays, right? And you know, you're looking at monsoons. Okay, this is all just about good right here. So now what I need to do is this side's done, that side's done. So I need to cut down a couple 3-inch rails for this. 3.5-inch rails. I've got a couple pieces of material right here that'll be perfect for some rails, right? So I just gotta go turn my generator on and use that. This is a corded saw, right? This Milwaukee, right? It's not bad. I could probably do the rips with this, but with the battery, it just burns so much out. If I have some heavy duty work to do with some tools, then I'll use my skill saw, my corded one. Yeah, she was a little bit cold. She was sputtering a little bit. So, need to rip a couple pieces down. This here, I'm gonna make one 2x4 out of this piece here because this is a nice. Nice board here. I'll just have to find one more. I've got basically everything else cut. Yeah, I can't wait to start some projects on the table, right? Because it's going to make things go so much smoother having a nice. I don't know why I don't have a table. Well, I've had sawhorses. I've been working off sawhorses and stuff like that, right? But gotta set this saw back to 0. This is a really nice cut and saw, this one here. It's an old saw, but it's bang on. Bang on the money. Okay. Okay, looks like I gotta be a little lower here to make this work for me. Come down about 3/4 of an inch.